I had a good time. It was like a baseball bender, and I didn't want it to end. About the seventh or eighth inning, I'm like, wait, the game is going to be over. I don't want it to be over. What time is it? Is it day or night? I just was in this zone of like euphoria because this is like baseball heaven. And if you're a baseball fan, you gotta love what was going on. Even though we didn't win the game, it was a really incredible experience for me. So, baseball bender, I just made that up. That's kind of what I felt like. I was sitting there in the dugout amongst some of the greatest players in the world, and I didn't want it to end.
How cool is it to have Ohtani homer for your team?
Yeah, it was pretty good feeling as he was round the bases. I'm like, it sure is nice that it's counting for points against or for the team that we're on, and I've seen it the other way a lot. I'm bummed it didn't hold up, and that's part of the game. But it was great to see him get a good swing off, put us ahead by 3, and I thought we were safe at that point, but it didn't work out.
Were you surprised that Ketel's hit was originally there and then changed?
Yeah, I mean it was like 110 mile an hour line drive ground ball, and an arrow went up there, and those are the things that the people that haven't necessarily been in front of a ball like that, trying to react to a ball like that, don't know how hard that play is to make. So, being a former infielder, I thought, wow, that should be a hit, and I'm glad it got changed.
You feel pretty good about the team in the second half because you've missed so many guys.
Yeah.
Coming back. I know Gallen's back.
Yeah.
You've got other pitchers. Are they due back soon?
Yeah, they're going to layer in. It'll probably first be Monty sometime on this trip, hopefully on this trip between Chicago and KC. And then Erod and Merrill are working hard to make it happen as soon as possible. When that is, I don't know. They've got to hit a couple other landmarks. But I'm very pleased with what we did in the first half. I talked about to the team in different general ways, just get within striking distance at the deadline. And they started to play really good baseball, and we're right where we should be. We haven't been consistent, and when we do it, we get on little runs like we're on right now. So hopefully it'll continue.
Yeah, that's 4 pitchers to be around 500.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah. If you think,
Probably,
yeah,
you can probably do much better than that.
yeah. We were cycling in some very young, talented, but young guys. Mena, Diaz, to name a couple. And then the next layer up were some of the guys that got time last year, but they held serve. They did a good job. But the starters are your horses, and they're your best for a reason, and they're healing, and they're coming back to us.
What do you say to Christopher Sanchez when you have to take him out for 2 pitches?
Yeah, it was a very awkward moment. I ran out there and I said, hey, man, this is just how it's falling right now. I apologize, but you had an unbelievable moment. And he's like, hey, man, like, let me finish this. Are you serious? But once my main goal was to get everybody in the game. Of course, there was one pitcher that we didn't, and that was Finnegan. But we had designs to get him in the game if we went into that 9th inning. But, you're just chopping it up, and you want to be fair to everybody that's been here. Excuse me. That's been awarded this opportunity. They've earned it, and I don't want to run from giving them the chance to go out and compete.
You want to bring Skenes with you to Chicago?
Yeah, I've had a chance to get to know him a little bit differently than some of the other coaches. I spent a lot of time with him over the past probably 48 hours, maybe a little bit more. He's just a very talented kid that does it right, and like I said yesterday, he does it with a dose of humility, and I don't think he knows how good he is yet. And it was really fun to watch him compete the way he did.
You did a good job getting everyone in the game, and that's the way the All-Star Game is played now.
Yeah.
But it feel weird to pitch hit for Ohtani? You got him 3 at bats.
Yeah.
More than most people get.
Yeah, it was awkward, right? Who would ever, and when would somebody ever pinch hit for Shohei Ohtani? It just doesn't happen. But I talked to him about maybe 2-2 with Osuna, and then when he hit the home run, I thought let's get it to 3-1. I thought that would be the best way to chop it up. But it worked out well. Worked out good. I think everybody got in the game, which was my main objective.
Ted Williams got pinch hit for once.
No way.
It's a trivia question. Yeah.
In an All-Star game?
No, a regular game.
Come on. Was it at the beginning of his career or end of his career?
I don't know, but I know there's a trivia answer. I think his name is Carroll Hardy.
I gotta look that one up. That's really good.
All-Star game is a
Yeah.
little bit different.
Yeah.
An extra bat, actually.
Yeah.
So those guys played the whole All-Star game back then.
Well, yeah.
That's right.
That's how it was.
How do you view the second half of the season globally around the league?
What are my expectations for the whole league? Yeah.
As you view your part in it, but you're part of a whole here. So
Yeah.
especially the way the National League's shaping up.
Yeah, it's wide open. There's a bunch of teams that are in the same little bucket. I think just naturally they'll start to spread themselves out, and we know what's in front of us. We've been in this position before, and I feel good that our guys have had that experience. Like, we felt completely out of the race last year and got right back in it within a 2-3 week span. So I don't want to take anything for granted. I know the players don't want to either.
Do you have any just kind of final reflections on this experience, looking back on the last few days?
Yeah, I was honored to be the manager of the NL All-Stars. This entire group of coaches earned that right last year, and I just was humbled to be in that room in front of those players. And I told somebody before the game, I said, I just didn't want to trip and fall as I was walking through that room because I get a little starstruck. I'm a fan. But I can switch that gear over and manage a baseball team. But I love baseball, and it's been a part of my life. And I was just honored to be on this level with this group of players. It was pretty special for me.